defending fathers or not, this man conned me into believing we were going to win Tag Team Championship glory. He's a liar, he's a false prophet.
I mean, maybe, is it maybe perhaps you have issues with father figures?
Right.
Is that what it is?
No need. We're not diving into that today.
Tom Atlas got daddy issues?
Oh, look, we've been through this in therapy, Kira. We don't need to go over it again, thank you. But Yunji Mackie is somebody I deplore, I despise. His pandering to the audience. He's become a different man since the man I knew, and he's, sadly for him, gone on a gracious downfall since. But who knows what may happen tonight?
I have no idea. Certainly be an interesting one, starting off 2025 in Dundee very strong.
I would absolutely agree. Packed out house here in the Queen's Hotel, as per usual.
Legendary, always sell out shows. Got a few more lined up in the Queen's Hotel across 2025, so make sure to get your tickets early. Ticketsource.co.uk/FCW. Don't miss out, so we've got some amazing things coming. As said by our commissioner himself, 2025 is being labelled as FCW DAPW's level up era. So you're gonna see everyone level up in some shape or form. Maybe even you, Tom.
My response to my personal investment into this would be, you can wait and see.
Certainly true. It has been a waiting game for yourself. Again, as much as we don't agree on a lot of things, it's certainly good to hear. Alright. Wait, what?
Oh, Euan's 2025 may not get off to a great start, as he is once again ran into DE, and if you remember what happened to last time, this is not ending well for the leader of the Neo Paradigm. Shut up. And for my money, Sebastian, for my money, whether you like him or not, pound for pound, the best wrestler in FCW, maybe besides Spike Tierney. He is every single thing you could possibly want in a playbook. He's your 5-key player, and he is one half of your tag team champions for a reason. This man does not get anywhere near the respect and the credit that he deserves from our audience.
Well, you know what, I have to agree with you on that. The problem is that since you are all obviously members of Douchebag Empire,
no, that's not what it's for.
What do you mean? Is it deplorable idiots?
No. You call us whatever you want. It's not going to stop us being the most dominant faction in Parasite Wrestling history. Thank you very much.
I'm sorry that your talent is wasted on underhanded tactics, and I will say it until I am blue in the face.
Somebody answered that phone. Who's calling? Usually it's my mum at a time like this. Ring bell?
I think that you might still have like a bit of Stockholm syndrome from when you were kidnapped by the Neo Paradigm, because like you've watched tapes back. You're a loyal Empire fan, of course. Enjoy hearing your own voice.
As always. Who doesn't?
I think that was Asher refusing a handshake from Mackie there. Always the respectful guy.
Why should he take
immediately getting out of the ring?
Then again, Sebastian's of course coming here with a game plan. He's going to take his time. He has up until 10 to strategize and think, and you know what, this isn't a bad idea. Just take that extra time. He has up until 10. He can take his time on the outside.
Yeah, that being said, like, it's really disappointing to see because, again, technically, Sebastian Asher's Spear is an award-winning move.
Absolutely correct.
According to Scottish Wrestling Network, good friend of the show.
Very good friend of the show. We do love Billy. His quizzes are, I'm not going to touch him, as we get a collar and elbow tie-up.
Officially my favourite commentator in FCW. I miss him. Hopefully we'll get him back for Ardler.
Hope so.
Two of them grappling for control now.
Ref a bit late to the count. Both men tangled on the ropes.
So they're separated now. So we'll see who's going to strike first.
But again, here's the thing. You can almost give every single advantage except experience potentially to Sebastian Asher here. He has the power, he has the technical game, he has the agility. Despite Euan being smaller, he could potentially have the speed aspect here as well.
As I say, had a match last night with the infamous Ian Ambrose, and again, very much outmaneuvered him in some situations because he's a slippery wee guy.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Here's the thing, clean breaks are not required. You may get a warning for them, but it doesn't stop Sebastian Asher from overpowering Yunji Maki here with fantastic technical skill.
Which again is wasted.
How?
Wasted. Sebastian Asher is a phenomenal wrestler, and the fact that, as I've said, his talent is wasted with you guys.
Whatever you think. Wasted potential. He's one half of your tag team champions. Sick.
Doesn't really say much with the various tactics that were used to win said titles.
Well, who holds those titles, Kira? Tell me.
It's not usually you, that boy. No comment? On.
Well, you know what? The boys hold a lot of trust in me to hold those titles. That's it. Oh God, no.
What's happening here?
Sebi, you're okay. Euan, stop playing games, Euan. Just put him down.
Respectful, kind of. He's given Asher a chance to cover before immediately kicking him back.
Beautiful.
Just flat on his face.
Again, tripping him up, sending him straight into the corner and takes him straight into a headlock.
As I'd say, with the size of Asher's arms, as I'd say, you'll have barely any room to breathe.
Exactly.
Obviously, being put in a headlock's no easy thing to work through, I suppose. Your circulation and breathing's all cut off. But someone as beefy as Asher, doubly as bad.
One of Asher's quads is probably about the same size as Yunji Maki.
I will give him that.
Asher definitely has a strength advantage here, and we know that.
That being said, it is obviously there's never a point where you can count Yunji Maki out, especially as he seems to be.
Whoa, surely that's illegal.
I suppose so. I mean,
surely that's illegal.
At the referee's discretion. Oh, eye poke from Asher there. You know what? I think
about his fair game. Talking about his fair game.
Agreed.
Whoa, what the hell was that from Yunji Maki?
Idea.
A rolling trap to the leg.
Immediately going back and laid more offense, more stretching and torquing on the backs of the legs that Maki did kick earlier.
Breaking down the hamstrings from Maki, a good way to take out Asher's power game, as a lot of it will come from below the belt.
Absolutely, just manhandling him, spinning him around almost. Oh, he's really just going.
What? See, this is exactly what I mean when I say Yunji Maki is not the man I used to be. He used to be a ferocious competitor, I should say. However, in recent months, he's pandering to the crowd, joking around, spinning. Oh my God! That could definitely tear the inside of a groin muscle.
Oh, as I say, I know what it's like to have adductor pain after training legs. I can only imagine the hurt that Asher will be feeling.
And again, I will say something like that can be a lot worse for men.
I have no experience in that, so I couldn't possibly comment.
I'll tell you that for a fact. That will suck a lot more. Here's the thing, Yunji Maki may be smart, he may be wily, he is the veteran, but trust me, Sebastian Asher has more than enough experience, and he wrestled Euan more than enough times to know what his tricks are.
Absolutely.
And he will capitalise on the tricks that he does know.
That being said, I don't know if it's a smart move arguing with a referee, giving Maki enough time to recover, I suppose.
But regardless, Asher is on top of the situation, battering Maki across the upper shoulder blades.
See, that being said, he's back up almost to his feet now.
Again, he can use his 5 count here.
I suppose so.
Exactly.
Oh no.
Charging up, slides underneath. Bang.
Absolutely rocked him there.
Oh, Maki won't be able to taste for a week.
Guy.
He's earned it.
Being said, not quite out for the count yet.
Not yet.
Aww, he said he's on a temper tantrum.
No. He's just frustrated, but he's still in control. Oh no. Sammy, get your hands up.
No, it's not had enough time. He's suffering from those just arms and fists and oh my god.
As we mentioned, 5-tool player of the tricks in the book. Perfectly executed dropkick as Mackie went to build some momentum. Not happening.
Absolutely. Again, as much as I dislike you guys, again, phenomenal dropkick, phenomenal just propulsion. It's almost perfectly horizontal there.
Exactly.
Instead they're now back to back, so we're gonna see what comes on here. Just Asher laying it in on Mackie right now. Oh no. Please get out of the way!
Oh god. No. Sammy, watch out. No.
Oh. Again.
No. Euan, what are you doing?
Again, just the back of Sebastian Asher's left knee. Seems to be the victim of this evening. Crossbody.
Oh god, kick out. Oh god. No. And again, Euan using the ropes, and you don't call that out for underhanded tactics. There's an obvious double standard here in FCW, and I won't stand for it.
That being said, still not enough to put either man out. Mackie rallying the crowd behind him right now.
Then again, the crowd are, in my opinion, is just extra unneeded noise that takes away from the focus and the intention that somebody like Yunji Mackie used to have. Oh god,
Laying
no.
him out there.
His head bounced like a basketball, but it's not enough to keep down one half of your tag team champions.
That being said, do you maybe think that the crowd being an unnecessary distraction is just because you only get booed?
Couldn't care if people cheer me, people boo me, I don't care for them at all.
Well, what do you care about, Tom?
I care about my boys.
Love my wrestling, love my boys.
No. See, Asher, Duke and Spike are like brothers to me. We are a band of brothers. We've been here for years, grafting and honing our craft. And it's about time we took things into our own hands. You can see just how well that has gone for us.
We'll see when you inevitably make your return if you can get your hands on something as well.
Anytime, won't it? Asher off the ropes. Oh no.
The snaky, slippery nature of Yunji Mackie as he
Asher was going for his
manipulates
spinebuster.
every part. I think this has always been a really interesting part of Yunji Mackie's repertoire is the fact that because of his size, which at points can come as a disadvantage against really giant guys, he's just able to kind of spider monkey onto people and start contorting and twisting and choking people out.
Yunji Mackie is a very innovative athlete. I will give him that despite my deplority for the man. Oh god, Asher, no!
Flipped him over! Testament to the strength and tenacity of Mackie. Let's see, is he gonna go again? What are we seeing now? Yes! Taking Asher for a tour of each and every turnbuckle in this ring.
No, we know what's coming!
Right to the throat! And another one? You're doing a bit of...
No, see...
pandering to the fans in the best way possible. He's straight to the gut.
Breakfast, lunch, I know what that feels like, trust me. You feel like your insides have been turned out. Oh, beautiful, as much as I hate it. Beautiful jumping forward cutter there from Mackie.
I wonder if that'll be enough. Not quite.
Of course not. Asher is one of the most tenacious competitors we have, regardless of your opinion of him or DE or anything else. Again, Mackie taking his time to try and get the crowd on his side. No, they're not needed, they're not warranted. They're nothing but a distraction as Asher proves with a beautiful spinebuster and follow-up cover.
That was quite acrobatic, almost shades of Maki in Sebastian Asher there, who just effortlessly threw himself across his body. Being said, are we gonna see it?
Oh God, no!
Oh! I don't know what's gonna hurt worse than that.
No, you got the rope.
Okay, needs to hook that leg. No, it's still kicking out.
Thank God.
Do you remember to take your blood pressure medication today?
I think so.
Only time will tell. We will let you know if Tom Atlas passes out or passes away this evening.
Again, Mackie going for one more. He's been caught.
Just thrown like he's nothing.
Spear!
Oh!
No.
Very clever to get out of the way of a pin there.
Another thing to point out about Yunji Maki, he's a coward. A coward. He will run away from any scenario that he possibly can.
Shut up, Tom. Did Sebastian Asher not literally get out of the ring at the start of this match?
Yeah, he had the 10 count to take his time walking around the ring. Yunji Maki will run away from scenarios where he knows he has been beat.
Maybe Asher needed a moment to compose himself for the absolute thrashing he is away to witness.
Stalling vertical suplex. Oh no! Kick out! God damn it!
Oh my gosh! There you have it, folks. All of that, all of that hard work immediately undone by the power of a quick roll up. You know what?
No further.
Admittedly, despite the fact that I would like to see a replay of that spear earlier. That was gorgeous.
If we can get a replay of that now, please, John. Just charges and folds Yunji Maki in half. And again, Asher frustrated with that. And again, the wily, the slimy Yunji Maki able to steal a roll-up win on Sebastian Asher there.
That being said, it'll be interesting to see the potential for the future if perhaps Yunji Maki might find himself some friends and maybe go after tag team gold.
Oh, potentially he can try and he will fail.
That being said, just
of something very special. The FCW Junior Heavyweight has been held by Spike Tierney for some time. Okay, what's that? I said, what's that? I guess they don't like him. So, there will be 4, that's right, 4 triple threat matches to determine a final 4 who will go towards a fatal 4-way, and the winner of that fatal 4-way will challenge the FCW Junior Heavyweight Champion here in Dundee at ARBROATH. So folks, it gives me the greatest of pleasure to say that the first of those triple threat matches to determine who will be in that fatal 4-way is right up next! So, let's have your first competitor, please!
We are we're back here for, as explained, we've got a few triple threat matches in this invitational to determine who will be the next challenger. First out, we've got the man we've seen before in the Empire Zone, Tommy Raiden.
And a man I have a lot of respect for. Lightning Tommy Raiden is somebody I've had a very close eye on for a long time. He is one of the biggest, brightest stars for the future of Scottish wrestling, and he's coming to DAPW, he's studied with us, and he's a man with a hell of a lot of energy, as you can see, and he has a point to prove in this invitational. He's shown up alongside Marcus the Glory Hunter, and he's going to take that potential, and we were going to see whether he will fulfill it.
That being said, are you just a bit jealous because he has better eyeliner than you?
Maybe.
Here we have another a boy from up north, well, I should say gentleman, Oliver Green, again, insanely, massively talented. We've seen him a few times across the past few months in Fair City Wrestling, and it's been up to a lot of stuff wrestling up and down Scotland. Just looking forward to seeing what happens here.
I have absolutely no idea who the final wrestler through that curtain is. So do you want to find out together? Our final competitor tonight will be...
Everyone's favorite wrestler is in the building tonight! If you have not had a chance to see Johnny Pressley perform, you are in for an absolute treat. Arguably the shiniest man in all of professional wrestling. I'm quite jealous. I'm also quite jealous of his dance moves.
My thoughts on Johnny Pressley are as follows. Wrestling is a sport. Why do we need dancing? End of comment.
Of course, you don't like to have fun.
No, I
Being
don't.
said, Oliver Green seems to be absolutely infuriated by the presence of Johnny Pressley.
If you remember last time, these two faced in singles competition and Johnny Pressley picked up the victory. So I have a big feeling that Oliver Green may have set his absolute target straight onto Johnny Pressley.
That being said, watch these smooth moves. Last night in the TULLOCH Institute, the entire crowd was dancing, myself and commentary co-host J. Robin included. I could just watch him dance for a good few hours.
I will say his dance moves are maybe some of the best I've ever seen in a professional wrestling ring, but that doesn't take away from the fact that he doesn't only need to dance his way through this, he needs to make sure that he can back up everything in ring as well. I'm all for having fun, I'm all for having games, but you need to make sure you got your eye on the prize, and this is the start of a long tournament to see who will face the junior heavyweight champion, which will be Spike Tierney at Ardlermania.
They say for the length of Spike Tierney's title reign, it is broadly arguable that he will retain until then, but things could change at any moment.
Of course, nobody knows what is going to happen from the second that everything starts going. The lights, the camera, hell, the action. And what are we about to see? A triple threat lockup here. This is potentially tradition.
And immediately in the dance, and Raiden and Oliver Green absolutely raging at it.
I can understand why though.
Arguably, yes, both
They're
are.
here to compete, they're here to fight. If they wanted to go dance, go to a nightclub.
This is just because you're not allowed to get let into nightclubs, Tom.
What? Sorry, what does that mean?
I couldn't possibly comment. Johnny Pressley pleading with the two of them for another three-way lockup. Oh, a four-way lockup! Wait, no, I'm...
What? Yeah.
My video... Oh my gosh, Even referee Sean Moran disgruntled at being
very much disgruntled.
infected with the funk.
Oh,
here we go. So the two
men have a common enemy.
That is true. We'll see what happens when they turn on each other. Some very funky fists from Pressley himself.
Double clothesline, knocking both Green and Raiden to their feet.
And with style and finesse we have come to expect from Mr. Pressley himself. Oh, just scooping Tommy Raiden up. Where is he going?
Raiden's too much for that. Too quick as he coined lightning for a reason. Too quick for that. Spinal taps right across the shoulder blades there. And again, just beating down on Johnny Pressley, because remember, triple threat, no rules, no disqualifications. The only way to win is by pinfall or submission. The first man to get a pinfall will win. So it's not only just a case of make sure you can defend yourself and pick apart people at all times. You need to have eyes in the back of your head. As an example, Oliver Green's out there. He can take his time. He can wait and he can pick his moment. I've been in situations like this myself.
Absolutely. I think that not only like a test of, I guess, strength and ability to wrestle, but also, I guess, a test of smarts.
Absolutely, I would agree. And again, Tommy Raiden doing what he needed to do. To beat down and grind down Johnny Pressley. Follows up with a forearm, almost knocking off the mask. Off the ropes. Brutal boots to the side of the head. Followed up by a beautiful elbow drop.
And now Oliver Green taking an excellent time to strike, to come back in.
As I mentioned, just taking his time, then he picked his moment, throws Raiden out of the ring. Now it's his turn to maybe beat some sense into Johnny Pressley, focus on the match and not the dancing.
I mean, instead we've seen some very good action so far. Again, Oliver Green just laying it on Johnny Pressley.
Absolutely. Bang! Similar to his Aberdonian cohort, Meteora.
Again, could there be trouble in paradise between the two of them? They are not tagging together, but seem to be working to try and take out Johnny Pressley. And now, perhaps, two of them will fight it out for a little bit.
Seems they will. Green goes around. Ripcord knee to the face. It looks like he was going for a sit-out face buster, but Raiden managed to counter it into a stunner. Boot straight to the kidney there from Johnny Pressley to Tommy Raiden. That could send shockwaves through his internal organs. Pressley has him up on the shoulders. Are we going to get a repeat of what we saw last night?
Certainly hope so. I think the crowd wants to see it as well. Oh my god.
I believe this is twist and shout from Johnny Pressley here.
The king of multiple swing styles, it seems. Is Johnny Pressley dancing or is he dizzy from
knowing Johnny Pressley? It could very much be a bit of both. I think it very much is.
That is just the style and finesse and steeze of Johnny Presley. Do whatever he wants.
Pressley ditches Green out of here for the moment, focusing on lightning Tommy Raiden.
So you're taking a moment here, signaling to the crowd that he's gonna take Tommy Raiden on a ride here.
And again, for the turnbuckle, it's not as soft as it looks. There's a massive wad of metal under there, so every single time someone's head is bounced off it, you can feel that metal press against the forehead, if not the eyes, the mouth, the nose. This is an easy way to break somebody's face open.
Absolutely. Are we gonna see final of the 4 turnbuckles?
No, we're not.
Stop there.
And a taste of his own medicine for Johnny Pressley.
Oliver Green is absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful John Woo drop kick, followed up by patent cannonball to both men. How impressive is that from Oliver Green?
Oh my goodness.
Picks Johnny for a cover, but it's not enough.
Let me see a replay of that. That was That was so much.
Talk about picking your moment. Bang! Both men, and then follows up with a massive arch on the cannonball. Beautiful execution from Oliver Green.
Said maybe not the smartest choice trying to take out 2 men at once.
But again, triple threat. Eyes in your back of your head. There's no friends.
Speaking of watching your back.
Hold on.
Are they calling for a truce now?
Potentially, and I would agree with it. Take out the common enemy, take out the common threat, and then see who is the better man. Pressley went for a punch. Goes underneath. Oh!
God.
Back suplex into a neck breaker. Both men into the cover.
But only one can advance.
Uh-oh. You mentioned Trouble in Paradise here earlier.
Absolutely.
This may be a very short-lived truce.
No, this isn't a tag match. Only one man can advance, secure his spot at Ardler Mania.
Yep, and it seems like these two men are going to come to blows after a very brief alliance.
Oh.
Spins him round. Jawbreaker there from Tommy Raiden.
What's he doing? Running to the ropes. Oh!
Caught on a crossbody.
Oh, Johnny.
Oh! Oh, so close. Innovative offense from Johnny Pressley.
Pure tactics and skill. Oh,
we have
these are
seen
going
this before. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to shake, rattle, and drop. The bounce from the impact on Tommy Raiden. Pressley into a double cover.
Oh, if only.
Not enough. You can give Johnny Pressley all the credit in the world for the style and pizzazz, but he still needs to get the job done at the end of the day.
Yeeting Oliver Green from the ring.
Johnny Pressley looking to potentially call this one. As Raiden hooked up.
Oh, denied. Elbows to the throat there.
Hold on now. Oh! Straight to the jaw!
Oh.
Steals the cover!
There we have it.
Oliver Green has advanced in the Fair State Wrestling Junior Heavyweight Invitational. The first man to do so.
That being said, it almost feels apropos of sorts, because I believe Oliver Green's FCW debut was at Ardler Mania.
It was.
So 1 year later, we'll see if he can pick up the gold.
Will the moment come full circle a year later? But regardless, Oliver Green, your winner. A hell of a performance from all three men. All three men have definitely shown their credit as to why they could potentially challenge, if not be, junior heavyweight champions at some point in the future. But for now, Oliver Green is the first man to advance to that potential opportunity.
I feel like that means that Spike Tierney can at least attempt to prepare for at least one of his opponents this far in advance, especially maybe. As I was saying, I feel like Spike Tierney could probably do with trying to almost strengthen his core and his chest to almost combat the knee strikes of Oliver Green. That being said, Ardler Mania is confirmed for Saturday the 30th of August this year. Tickets aren't available as of yet, but we will be posting on all sorts of socials and whatnot when they do become available, as for all of our other shows.
One fall! And the first competitor is...
Alright, now we have a special guest joining us this evening in Sammy Sparks' tag team partner Fulton King. Thank you so much for joining us.
That's correct. The talent is in fact here now. I'll take over. Who are you?
I'm here, Steele, host of FCW Empire.
I know who Tom is, I don't know who you are.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
That's my boy. Look at him go.
Now, obviously Sammy Sparks set out this open challenge, and as far as I'm aware, we do not know who his opponent will be this evening, so we're going to find out in just a few seconds.
That being said, there is one man who very much has potentially staked his claim to answer this online, and I suppose that question will be answered within the next minute or so, but Sami Sparks is somebody alongside yourself, Fulton, who I've been very, very impressed with recently, and more importantly, Kira, you forgot to mention, we are joined by our new Dundee and Angus professional wrestling champion.
Yes, you are.
Oh God. Yeah, me too.
I think this will be very interesting.
Do you know?
Interesting clash of wrestling styles, wrestling eras.
Absolutely.
Old guy versus young guy.
I suppose, yeah.
A very layman's way of wording it, Fulton, correct? Randy once again accompanied by Tasty in air quotes.
You see that old man carrying around his kids, that's what's happening.
I will have you know that Casey was an incredible guest on commentary last episode of Empire. I will have no disrespect on his name.
Yikes, you had to put it with that.
Somebody come on.
I'll take that. Personally prefer not to correct you, Mr. Kingston.
Look at the boy go. Let's go, Sammy.
Sammy Sparks is somebody who holds almost every tool you want from the luchador, and he has the added aggression of being alongside yourself, one of the most talented young rising stars here in Scotland. And again, imagine what it'll do for his career if he can pick up a win over a veteran, somebody as well respected as Randy Valentine. This is potentially just another match for Randy Valentine, but this could be something monumental if the result goes Sammy's way.
You guys are out big and Randy, whatever his name is, off, but for Sammy, this is just Sammy.
Okay.
Let's go, man.
You're giving Sammy very much an M. Bison vibe here, from the looks of things. Oh, I know. But more importantly, Sammy's going to take his time. The bell has not rung yet.
Sammy off beefing with some kids again.
Here's the thing, right? The Sammy issued an open challenge. The bell hasn't rung, the match has not started. Sammy is going to take his time and strategize. He's going to take his time to think about Randy Valentine, what he brings to the table, what he can do to potentially put strategies in place to counteract what Randy brings. This is smart from Sammy Sparks. He has no need to get in the ring and start this match immediately. Despite Randy's dismay of this situation, Sammy's going to take his time. And I like this a lot.
Sammy's set in his space, you know what I mean? He's set in his space. He knows what he wants to do.
Exactly.
He's ready to go now.
See?
Absolutely. Maybe using the vitriol of the crowd to fire him up, fill him with pure rage, as we've seen many times here in Fair City Wrestling.
And again, Sammy Sparks, similar to myself, somebody that doesn't care for the crowd. Potentially the crowd disliking him gives him more edge and gives him more energy and ability to pull off the impressive feats that he does.
You know, he's jumped off multiple balconies.
I mean, look at him, of course he has.
Of course he has. And what's this old man done? Surprised he's not got a simmer.
To be fair, he has had a war with the top rope over his years here in Fair City Wrestling.
That being said, it just seems like his knees are not too worse for wear, as he was telling me on the FCW podcast when we were looking over the matches announced for our TULLOCH show recently and tonight.
I'm surprised he's not come packed with calcium tablets.
Good one, Tom.
I'll give you your credit on that one. It was kind of good.
Thank you very much, Fulton.
Oh, and Sammy, the mind game's already started.
Again, Sammy Sparks, again, taking his time. If the crowd are going to give it to him, he's going to give it back. It's more than fair game.
Sammy Sparks doesn't care about this crowd. Sammy Sparks cares about going in there and getting the job done. And you're never going to see anyone to do it in such an efficient manner.
As I alluded to, one of the most impressive luchadors and young men here in Scotland. Whoa.
Right, that's a cheater right there. That is a cheater right there.
I would agree. I would agree.
I'm sorry, I don't think there was contact made there.
Look, there might have not been contact, but there was definitely intent.
The intent's what counts.
The intent was there. He was busy being checked over by a referee, Alex Stix, and all of a sudden he wants to go and poke at Sammy Sparks. That's disrespectful.
As if there isn't murderous intent. I've accidentally made eye contact with Sammy Sparks before, and chills. My whole body went cold.
That's exactly what he wants from you. He does not care about your feelings towards him. He just wants to go in there and hurt this old man and put him back into the retirement home, potentially with the Zimmer that you mentioned earlier.
Exactly. Yes, Sammy.
Let's go. Match is finally underway.
Take your time, Sammy. Your
Sammy
match.
Just leaving. I guess he can again take advantage of this 10 count. Randy Valentine encouraging him to get back in the ring to start this match.
Starting to understand. There are rules in place, but here's the thing. Rules are not made to be broken. Shh. But also, they can be used in any way that Sammy likes. Trust me. Take it from somebody who knows us all too well.
Yeah, it's because you're a nerd.
Coming from you.
Well, at least I don't have, like, little weirdly bayonet glasses. Shut up, Tom.
Big tie up there. Here we go, Sammy.
Beautiful tie up.
Right, I'm just going to point this out. You see the difference in size there? And Sammy held his own. He stood tall. Oh, yes, sir. Right.
Hey. Like,
That was a bit creepy.
Yeah.
Randy Valentine, like, there's no need for body shaming here, Randy. Come on.
Let's go, Sammy. Let's go, yes. Hold tight, hold tight. Look at that tire.
Look at the technique from both men.
That's right, Sammy. You get them told.
Good.
Yeah. Fair bit of showboating as to who the beefier guy is in this matchup.
And again, Sammy Sparks, whilst he does hold a lot of weight, when he wrestles, it really doesn't feel like it. He can fly, he can move. We've seen it here before, and I don't think Retro Randy really knows exactly what he's in for.
Yes.
DiBiase.
Oh! Big shoulder, Sammy. He gets that from me.
Bodied Retro Randy there as he goes in for a sleep. Randy's going to pass him by. Oh, God!
Oh.
Instead of crashing, surprised he didn't go through the ring there.
He must have taken his vitamins and minerals this morning, because that knocked Sammy Sparks out of his boots.
So he's got a Sammy.
Oh!
Another big splash.
Snapmare here from Randy. One of the classics, we've seen it before. Over the head, bang!
The momentum on that.
Sammy can come back from this. Sammy's absolutely got this. He's coming back from this. Right. Look how close he was to the ropes there. All he would have taken is a little toe, and Sammy would have got out of that. Again, playing within the rules, Jessica.
Of course, that being said, you only have to survive a 3 count here. Randy already making 3 massive chops at Sammy there. We're going to see another clothesline. Send him clattering to the ground.
Now, Sam's got more than this. Sammy's lulling Randy into a false sense of security here. He's playing possum, as you would say.
I suppose there's only one way to find out. We will see Randy loading up for something big.
Oh!
Leg drop over the ropes, and again, where is the argument there for him bending the rules and him using underhanded tactics there, Kira? Choking Sammy Sparks out on the ropes. You would call me out for something like that, but you don't say it for Randy?
Yes, Sammy, smart. The wherewithal.
Oh!
Beautiful drop kick to the leg.
Sammy Sparks, beautiful drop kick, sending Randy to the outside and a nip up to boot. Beautiful.
I told you he was playing possum. Sammy Sparks is a ball of energy that just cannot be stopped once he gets rolling.
I suppose we may see this here.
We might see Randy roll back into the ring first.
Even taking time to tie his legs because safety first.
That is true for a gentleman such as Sammy Sparks to have survived the amount of balcony dives. He has to be working as safely as possible, managing to still preserve his body while being absolutely mental, and I do mean that as a compliment to, again, say something in Sparks' favour.
The legs.
Oh!
That's a close fist. Beautiful drop kick.
The force that went through Randy's pectoral muscle there, I'm surprised it didn't tear off the bone immediately.
Immediately shattered his rib cage.
Hell of a maneuver from my brother-in-arms, Sammy Sparks.
Let's see here what Sammy has got lined up next.
Again, gonna use his time. He's got until 5 count.
Honestly, I feel this is retaliation to Randy choking him in the ropes.
I would agree. Thank you, Fulton.
I just need to stop occasionally saying things like,
Big hard buckle from Sammy, and do you know something? He's deceptively strong. We've seen him move, we've seen him throw those drop kicks. Sammy Sparks can deadlift me, and I'm a big boy.
We know you're a big boy. That's impressive.
I'm quite intimidated, actually. I would pay a Marley and not, I don't know.
You can pay enough money to see that, Sarah, sorry.
That's expected. Anyways, we're gonna fire back up. I would argue that perhaps our monitor. Oh,
yes, Sammy. Uppercut. Stop the toes. Beautiful knee. He'll come out of nowhere. He'll come out of everywhere. Sammy Sparks has always got an answer.
And again, as I mentioned earlier, one of the things that makes Sammy Sparks so impressive is he can go from zero to a flurry of offense just like that, and he's going to take his time. The crowd have been very much in his face, so he's very much going to give it back.
Look at Jack John, the ref. Telling the ref Randy's been throwing those closed fist punches. Get them under control, because those, Jessica, those are against the rules.
I guess so. Perhaps. Maybe the most well-versed.
Backhand, lovely boots.
Some could argue he's potentially playing with his foot here, but potentially, as you mentioned, Fulton, he's very much just going to... He was looking to just set his own pace, but trying to get Randy up for a suplex here, and it's not happening.
Instead, it is a smart tactic to manage to avoid getting launched by someone, as we've said, with the strength of Sammy Sparks.
And in the corner, a couple of shoulders there, nice and icy. Paid attention to the ref.
He's looking to potentially drag Randy up to the top rope, which he has.
Back and forth here.
I don't want to know where this is headed, but we're going to find out.
Shot straight to the temple.
And
unique!
That is the innovation of Sammy Sparks. I've never seen that maneuver before in my life, and I am so
Sammy Sparks may be celebrating too early. We know that.
We've seen this before from
Randy. Showing absolutely no fear.
This can't be good.
There's a phrase of poking the bear, and Sammy Sparks may regret this.
The point is just rude.
Wait, say so's a absolute.
Come on, Sammy. Oh, not the boot.
Oh no. I should be saying, oh yeah, no, I've been hanging out with you guys too long. I mean, instead, Randy may be turning the tide now.
Nope.
Leg drop.
Straight across.
Going in for
Come on, Sammy. Come on, Sammy. That's my boy.
The leg straight across the larynx of Sammy Sparks, crushing his throat.
He'll be feeling that.
It's going to make it difficult to breathe, recover, and do potentially almost anything else from here on forward. Has Randy potentially put in place the motion to seal this?
I think at this point it is still either gentleman's match. I think it'll be a case of who, I guess, almost has the stronger constitution of sorts, who can deal with the most brutality. That being said, can't count Sammy Sparks out yet. This exchange.
Come on, Sammy. Yes. Keep on him.
A bit of back and forth here from both men.
Ollie to be involved in this.
Hockey fight.
Sparks jumps Randy off, got caught.
Collapsing
into the middle rope.
faring much better.
Both men up.
Dodges clothesline there.
Oh.
That's one. Oh, Lord.
As much as I dislike him and as much as I'm sorry to say that was on my boy, what a lariat. And I don't know if anyone just seen this, but a strange hooded figure just took the case from the side.
Oh my god.
I was away to say somebody came out in a hood. Casey has disappeared, much to Randy doesn't seem to have noticed it.
It's probably for the best. It's probably for the best. Randy didn't deserve that. I was in that match with Randy when he won it. He didn't deserve it.
Oh, very fantastic ring positioning and wherewithal there from Sammy Sparks. He may be a lot younger than Randy is, but he's been wrestling for a long time and he knows where he is at all times. Impressive there from Sammy Sparks, whether you like him or not.
Absolutely, and at this point in a match, it's absolutely not worth wasting your energy kicking out when you can just reach out and grab that.
Exactly, saves a lot more energy, saves a lot more wind as Sammy Sparks is starting to recover.
There's no keeping this boy down, I'll tell you that. He's got more fight in him than anyone I've ever met.
Absolutely, I mean...
Oh!
Kick to the gut. Yes, Sammy. Always thinking one step ahead.
Yeah, and potentially playing possum as you mentioned previously.
Oh!
Straight up onto his shoulders. Randy's got him.
Oh! No!
Into a cover.
What an underhanded way to win. Sammy Sparks, wait. Seriously,
Fulton, it's okay. Go outside, take a minute.
I've never been more scared in my life.
I like him.
I'm very frightened.
He seems like my type of guy.
At least I'd like to think you possibly remember my name, but that's only because I have to repeat it to you every episode.
Seems like the type of guy to maybe not look into it. Regardless, Sammy Sparks issues an open challenge, and your winner, Retro Randy Valentine.
That being said, he is Sans Casey now. We'll have to find out eventually who this hooded figure is.
Somebody's kidnapped Casey!
Hello everyone, and welcome back to FCW Empire. I'm Steele, and I'm joined by Tom Atlas.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
We are in a very bad mood.
Simply because the music of this insert favourite expletive here that we can't see on YouTube has arrived, along with his admittedly very impressive...
In Royal Windsor, it's King of the Class, King Rich Money! And on his team tonight, from His Majesty's Theatre in Aberdeen, it's Dawkins!
As we appropriately coined the name King Dick,
King Dick, indeed.
because he is hashtag not my king, never will be. That being said, this will be an interesting match. We saw previously on Empire, Rhys Dawkins coming to the aid of Rich Money, whether that be for financial or political gain.
Facing them tonight, will be...
is a pretty damn good tag team right here.
Two of the most impressive men to come out of the Dundee and Angus Professional Wrestling Academy recently.
Absolutely.
These two men, very similar in style, age, build, height. These two are potentially going to be a tag team for the future.
Absolutely. And that being said, I think they'll be rehashing some bad blood here with Rich Money robbing Sam McMillan of the King of the Past title. See how that comes into play this evening.
As much as I don't like Rich Money, you need to admit he beat Sam. However he did it, however you want to word it, he beat Sam. He is at the minute your rightful king, whether you want to admit it or not. I don't like it either. I don't like it. I don't like him. However, you do need to admit, it's no longer Patrick Petursky. It's no longer Sam McMillan. King Dick is your king, whether you want to admit it or not.
It's a selective memory here. This man does not have a title.
But he does have a crown. But he very much does have a crown.
And so we're going to see Miss Dawkins squaring up against Jumpin William McLeod in this match. That being said, Dawkins seeming to be reassuring the king that he can do this all by himself.
But again,
by himself, probably will be.
Rich Money seems like the sort of guy who needs somebody else to do his work for him. Maybe not though, as he's tagged himself in. He looks like he's going to start this match. It looks like Sam McMillan potentially wants some revenge.
Absolutely. Being said, it's only a matter of moments before the two of them clash for the second time. Again, recently in the hotel here.
It looks like you've got William Macleod and Rhys Dawkins starting this one off.
See about bringing the energy, right? Immediately locking up the ferocity. Ooh. So putting him in a wrist lock just now. He's fighting to get out. Definitely very smart, using his agility to pull his way out and reverse that.
Exactly, but then again, Rhys Dawkins is the most intelligent man I've ever met. As you can quite clearly see, a very proficient, very old school British wrestler.
Absolutely, so again, self-proclaimed smartest man on this side of the globe. Although I believe I've been told technically he's also the smartest man on the other side of the globe according to him.
I wouldn't disagree.
Said isn't.
Ooh! Beautiful head scissors trap there from Rhys Dawkins. Again, Rhys Dawkins, the stockier build, he's got a lot of power. Beautiful from William Macleod.
Yeah, no, it's going to be an interesting matchup with the both of them almost grappling for control, almost like fighting on behalf of their respective kings.
Ducks and clothesline does Macleod, head scissors executed. Sending Dawkins into the corner.
Yeah, two smart men just to dodge, and there, dodge for William himself.
Yeah, Rich taking the smart thing there, he's going to tag.
There we are. Immediately, Rich Money regretting his decision. That being said, it looks like, oh my gosh! Prettiest drop kick right there. Everything this man does turns to gold, and it's absolutely stunning. What we're seeing here. Oh! It's another drop kick to the chest of Rich Money immediately. Like a coward he is, just rolling out there.
But again, he's going to take his time. He's going to take his counsel from essentially his wise man, his more intelligent cohort, Rhys Dawkins.
So it seems like there is maybe a little bit of trouble in paradise. Rhys Dawkins not wanting to completely sacrifice himself.
But they're going to take a second.
Immediately. Oh.
Sending them into each other does Rhys Dawkins. A very smart move from the man himself. Oh!
Oh yeah.
Both men sent into respective ring posts.
That is unfair. They are both just jealous that they're against the prettiest tag team in FCW and all Scottish wrestling.
Well, regardless of regardless of how pretty Jumpin are after being sent into a pair of posts, they're not going to be as pretty tomorrow morning, or especially after that, as Rich Money takes the man he defeated for the crown on a ride. He kicks out the 4-1.
Said Rich Money arguing with our referee Lex over here. Really one of the fairest referees in our wonderful company, Fair City Wrestling. So he's gonna take some liberties here.
Double crossover, beautiful takedown.
Almost like a royal dance there. Shaking hands.
Excellently executed there from both men. Again, King Richard I has very much taken Rhys Dawkins under his wing, and recently it's paid off for Rhys Dawkins. Rich gave up his spot in the power-up match to Rhys so he can prove himself, and he's one of the most impressive new athletes we have here in Fair City Wrestling, hailing from His Majesty's Theatre in Dundee. Again, going to stretch out the long limbs of Sam McMillan here.
Don't envy Sam's shoulders right now.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely brutalized.
Or his midsection, he got rammed straight in there with a knee.
Richard's now back.
Off the ropes. Whether you like him or not, that's a fantastically executed back suplex there, dropping to the knees to apply more force through the spine of Sam McMillan, who's desperately trying to make a tag.
He's just gonna start playing with him now. Let's see. Sam reaching for Williams' hand there. Oh no, it's a bad idea.
Again, these two men are going to use this to their advantage, as they should. The referee's distracted.
Knockout punches to the gut. We are. Macleod just clutched his face there. Almost in shock at the. There's blatant cheating, bending of the rules. Instead, Sam is fired back up now. Put him right to the face.
Up to the middle rope. What's he looking for here? Cross body, and he's caught.
Absolutely.
Give Rich Money the credit. He was able to catch Sam and deliver a variant of the world's strongest slam. Narrow escape there from Sam McMillan, who's desperately close to his corner.
You can see just arms from reach away at this point.
Again,
Rich Money for once being respectful to the referee, waiting for that, not overextending on that 5 count. So he's going to send Sam back into that corner.
And again, once again, pushing off William Macleod.
And there you go again. Distracting the referee there.
But then again, like,
I was laid out on the ground.
Smart there from Rhys Dawkins. If he knows the referee is distracted, Rhys is going to pick the bones. It's what he should do. Whether you like it or not, whether you think it's cheating or not, it's something that is applicable, and it's something that will be used, and I feel like it's smart strategy here from both men.
Trying to see choke out Sam again.
And again, like, just ragdolling the young man. If we had to essentially simplify this match now into two things, it is power versus
back. Good there.
Spin under. Scott hooked. Over. Beautiful hip toss suplex there from Rhys Dawkins, but it's only enough for 2. Rich is very not happy with our referee Lexi.
Which is, I think he's used to referees that'll maybe bend the rules, be a little more lenient. Hopefully that'll work out in Brady Jumpin's favor. Oh my gosh. The absolute desperation. Oh, there we are.
Macleod with the tag.
Immediately taking down Dawkins. Clothesline after clothesline.
It's time to jump around.
There we are.
Attention jump around for William Macleod here. Ducks the clothesline. Comes in for a head scissors and he's got him into a beautiful Russian leg sweep.
Won't be enough to take down.
You could argue a little bit slow into the cover there, that could have cost him.
Absolutely, I mean, for him to be been frantically trying to almost like maybe wasting a little bit of energy, definitely trying to call out to Sam to get that tag made. Sam tagged himself back in, saying he wants one more.
And again, after all the battering that Sam's just taken, is he fresh enough to tag himself back in? This could be a dangerous situation for Sam. He could have potentially miscalculated this.
Oh, distracted by William.
You mentioned trouble in paradise.
Seems to be a
we have a jester
there.
With a jester at ringside. Hold on, remember, Sam McMillan's legal. Hold on.
Setting up
the fifth axe.
Oh my gosh.
Into the cover.
Brutal. Once again, former King of Classic laid out in the middle of that ring.
Courtesy of the King and his court.
Are Rhys Dawkins and King Rich Money!
Disgusting gentlemanly showing out victory there over the almost corpse of Sam McMillan there.
That would be accurate. It appears our jester is going to follow them.
The mysterious jester wonders how many people can Rich Money pay off.
Kill that music right now! What did I tell you, Sam? This was going to happen. I'm 2 steps ahead of you every single time. And you know what? I'm going to be 3 steps ahead every single time.
3 valleys ahead.
Who did you ever beat, son? Well, my master of whispers, Rhys Dawkins. And a truly unique individual here, our jester. Come on, come up. That's enough. And I think a name is needed for this. And you know what? I will give you the honours. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome to the stage the King's Retinue. I have one more piece of information. And you know what, Sam? You're going to want to listen to this one very, very closely. You know what? So do all of you. For this insurrection you've decided to put towards your king, I've decided to put a royal bounty on your head for all the king's wealth and favour. And you know what? This man could collect it, this man could collect it, this man could collect it, and this man, that's awfully fast. But this is an open letter to the DAPW locker room. Hunting season is open on Pretty Boy.
There you have it, folks. King Richard I of Fair City Wrestling setting a bounty on Sam McMillan's head. Only hold our breath and wait to see who is gonna take up that bounty.
The King's Retinue, the King's Court, whatever you want to call them. Potentially a force to be reckoned here within Dundee and Angus professional wrestling.
Guys maybe formulating plans to try and figure out how to take him down in the future. Sam extending the hand here. Oh my god!
On a hug!
Oh, I had him for a moment there.
A hug from Pretty Jumpin.
you go. Again, fun fact, these two are part of the DAPW training school. If you would like to one day be in shows at the TULLOCH Institute, whether it be a DAPW or FCW shows, check out our Facebook, check out @DAPW on Instagram, and you'll be able to find out more about how to get over the action yourself.
I came to win, battle me, that's a sin. I won't ever slack up.
Here we have women's match. First out, Ellie Armstrong. Maybe not quite the serious fan, but a very, very talented wrestler.
The plant-based powerhouse is someone to be feared to a certain extent.
Absolutely not.
Plant-based powerhouse of now, Ellie Armstrong!
Again, her. Not too sure who her opponent this evening will be. She also promised Ellie Armstrong would be in action. I've been looking forward to this. It's wonderful to have her back.
Somebody who's competed at Arthurmania, competed for the Women's Championship. She has a hell of a lot of experience, and not only could she walk away here with a win as the plant-based powerhouse, depending on her opponent, if her opponent's able to win, what a win that would be for her. She's somebody who holds big stock here in Pressley wrestling.
Absolutely. No, we'll find out.
Oh,
let's go.
This is interesting.
Absolutely. Now, Eden is taking an interesting turn, so to speak. less so relying on her big deafening screams you can hear from the crowd. Very happy to see her. Had a phenomenal match recently with...
It's the Queen of Scream,
As I was saying, had a phenomenal match with Brie Adler, which is also up on Empire, so if you haven't seen that, you should definitely go check it out. So Eden has almost answered Ellie's open challenge here, and now we'll see whether the powers of the spooky, scary redhead can take on the absolute behemoth that is Ellie Armstrong.
Again, both women have been on an absolute tear when they have been here.
Absolutely.
Ellie Armstrong, very experienced, but imagine what it could do for Eden's career if she picked up a win here tonight. Eden, if you've been living under a rock, he's been on an absolute roll here in Fair City Wrestling as of recent. Competed in the women's game changer match, competed against Brodie Adler last night in a losing but impressive effort for the women's championship. Almost defeated former Fair City Wrestling heavyweight champion Yunji Maki. If there was one way to describe this, Eden has an opportunity to prove herself and show why she belongs in the upper echelon of our women's division, which I believe she does. Beautiful arm drag there from Eden, and another.
I would say the momentum she'll have in order to bring someone with such a big size differential down is very impressive. That being said, Eden's might struggle to muscle her way out of this.
She may, but it's not impossible.
Absolutely, we have seen Eden fight a lot of big and scary ladies in FCW.
But more importantly, she's more than held her own when she has been in these sort of situations. We've seen her double drop kick both members of the Absolute.
I was going to say absolutely, no pun intended. Let's see what's happening.
Off the ropes. Massive shoulder tackle from the plant-based powerhouse.
Certainly making good on her name.
Over she goes.
And from there, getting shoved immediately into the ropes, dodges that clothesline, and again.
One ducks another. Goes for a wheelbarrow. Didn't quite connect, but got enough to stun her.
Absolutely, some managing to knock her down. I think the lady's a little bit stunned there. Will take a moment to gather their thoughts and process their plan of attack, so to speak. Oh, here we go.
Oh! They do not call her that plant-based powerhouse for nothing. Catching Eden and throwing her face first into the canvas. Again, Ellie's now going to take this into her own pace.
Taking moments to manipulate all the joints of Eden. Really try to tire her out, exhaust her so that she can... Instead, Eden is shaking her head, refusing to die. That's gonna friction burn on that. Oh, I don't like that.
That could potentially rupture or even tear of your deltoid. That could dig into the SI joint. That could very much cause something such as a shoulder impingement. That's not going to be very comfortable for Eden at all. This could take away a lot of her striking and strength game, but maybe not.
So the crowd is behind her, firing her up. Wanting to see her succeed. Boot to the chest there. I'm seeing
beautiful bulldog.
Very good.
Eden potentially building enough momentum. Is it? Not enough. I think she needed a bit more pressure on the shoulders there. It's going to keep a bit more than that to keep a competitor like Ellie Armstrong down.
That being said, Eden is once again, as always, proving herself that she can hang with the baddest women in Scottish wrestling. That being said, also made a debut down in England recently, which was very exciting. Again, very well-travelled wrestler indeed.
Oh God! Back to that shoulder, pulls it straight over the top rope.
And just the manipulation, the tactics of Ellie Armstrong, not only being powerful, but also, again,
But again, Ellie Armstrong to continue to beat down Eden. She's using her size and strength to her advantage, but on top of that, she's somebody who knows the technical prowess wrestling requires, and she very much has it in spades. Ellie Armstrong now just picking Eden apart here. Follows up with a beautiful snapmare. Off the ropes, diving lariat, crushing the chest cavity of Eden.
Ribs are okay after that. There's a way to say, more being someone who is vegan, and Ellie Armstrong is certainly bringing the beef this evening. We'd love to see it.
I would certainly agree.
Oh, once again, just targeting shoulder joint. Oh!
Knee straight into the back of the shoulder socket. The shoulders are falling socket joint. It can move a lot, but that being said, it can also be manipulated in a lot of ways, especially in a position like that.
So almost toying with her at this point.
Again, that's going to stretch out all the muscles in the front of the back of the shoulder, making it painful to move or grab or punch or do almost anything.
That's for sure.
Again,
sent Eden into the corner there. We're seeing the
shoulders to the face.
A boot to the face. Come on, Eden.
Eden
Sorry,
to build
a little
up a bit of momentum into a roll up. Not enough.
Not quite. That being said, Eden has enough in her arsenal that a quick roll up like that is not the
decked. Beautiful clothesline there, sweeping Eden off her feet.
Still not enough. Again, never count Eden out. Is fiery and strong in her own right, as we've seen over the past few months. She has been incredible here in Fair City Wrestling. Has she met her match in Ellie Armstrong? So, instead, doesn't seem like she's going limp quite yet. Trying her best to fight through this, despite the fact that circulation airflow will be taken away from her. Set hit her.
Here we go.
Clothesline. And another one.
The ever resilient Eden has built up a bit of head of steam here. Shoves Ellie Armstrong off.
Here we go.
String backflip, back splash.
Amazing, athletic.
Follows up with a beautiful snapmare.
Tons of Eden. Really walking over her.
Again, you can tell that this match is taking a lot over. Beautiful standing moonsault. Great pressure across the shoulders, but not quite enough. Only a 2 count.
I want to see that again.
Ellie got her shoulder up just in time.
I was going to say, Eden has such a almost like grace to her. Almost like, I don't know, like a spooky angel just flying through. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. I'm off a complete tangent here. What are we seeing here?
Sent her into ropes and falls out with a beautiful splash. Belly to belly suplex.
Yikes.
Whoa. What tenacity from Eden to kick out of something like that.
Absolutely. Not the only one.
Ellie Armstrong's entire body weight crushed her from one side to the other with momentum, crashing her almost through the canvas there.
It seems like she's trying to teach her referee to count to 3.
Arguing with the referee. Eden's back on her feet.
Oh my gosh.
Clock to the back of the head. Into the wheelbarrow. Into a roll up. Hold on. She's done it!
Go! An absolute champion coming out of the DAPW training school, representing the Red Gate, representing FCW's finest.
I don't think it's unfair to say that it's the biggest win of Eden's career.
Absolutely.
What a victory for this young girl.
She's very happy with herself right now, as she should be. Been working so hard for the strongest grappers in all of her series at DAPW.
That's one female pro wrestler to the other. You beat me fit and square, well done. Give my hand.
It looks like we're going to get a show of respect here from Ellie Armstrong.
Absolutely.
Oh, maybe not.
Absolutely not.
Very, very, very unhappy woman is Ellie Armstrong.
For eating to have won, so like again, completely clean, just showing off her true technical skill. But apparently, I think Ellie Armstrong, if anyone, is the sore loser here. Instead, I hope that Eden's okay and she gets some medical attention for that. Absolutely uncalled for attack.
You got this, yeah?
Introducing our first wrestler.
With that, we are on to our main event.
A very highly anticipated rematch.
Absolutely, after J. Robin had the DAPW belt torn from him.
Well, we have a new champion, whether the fans or J. Robin like it or not.
Being said, I think he'll be back in the blood right now.
I think Blood is the least he's after here.
Done it to absolutely destroy Fulton King where possible.
Actually, with Sammy Sparks alongside that, he's had multiple matches against his tag team partner as of recent. Unfortunately, depending on your view, lost the Dundee Professional Wrestling Championship to Fulton King on the last show of the year here. Massive down point for J. Robin, but he's come back with a vengeance.
And a baseball bat, apparently.
And a baseball bat, which is potentially...
Hopefully a Sammy Sparks turn, if
he appears again. He had his head lacerated off his shoulders by Randy Valentine last week, so who knows if he'll make an appearance.
Fulton King just last week on Empire, and my goodness, that's one of the terrifying man. I do not want to sat next to him ever again, let alone in a ring against him.
Now I will say, if you feel I'm intimidated by him, sitting next to him, I can't imagine the intimidation J. Robin feels, given that he's a way to face the juggernaut once again.
Absolutely, and again, with Sammy Sparks on his side, so that could potentially be a difference maker, not to discount Fulton King's absolute power and strength like that. Fulton King's the kind of guy who can absolutely hold his own and doesn't need anyone else's help. But again, the strength and brotherhood between the two of them, might never die. Almost you're gonna tell what is gonna happen here. It said Jay's not like throwing that baseball bat. Serious deep face on right now.
J. Robin hasn't come here for a wrestling match, he hasn't come here for a fight, he's come here for a 2-on-1 war in his eyes, with something that he pushed himself to be the best version of himself for. And a long, good reign as the Dundee Professional Wrestling Champion. He's wants that back desperately. However, with Sammy Sparks on Fulton King's side, who knows what's going to happen?
Disrespect the DAPW belt as well. Roll it, chuck it, holding on to it. Yeah, despite his talent and strength, it's a shame have him as a champion. But again, he has won the belt, therefore it's up to J. Robin to try to claim that championship from him.
Now folks, some of you may be thinking, I remember seeing these two fight night before. And that's right, because this is one of the very, very, very rare instances in DAPW of a rematch. This rematch was sanctioned by the commissioner himself. The following match will be for the DAPW Wrestling Championships, and it will be scheduled for one fall. In this corner, from Dundee, is the Rainbow Renegade themselves, J. Robin! And in this corner, half of Legends Never Die, DAPW Champion, is the Juggernaut, Fulton!
He is indeed one behemoth again. His namesake is a juggernaut in and of himself. So it's going to be a really, really, again, hopefully cleaner match than last time. That being said, Jay's still not letting go of that baseball bat. I'm not too sure if that's quite in line with the rules, but again, it's all at referee Sean Rand's discretion. There we go. Jay almost being told off for having that. He said giving Fulton King enough time to strategize with Sammy Sparks there.
And then again, like, Sammy Sparks is always going to be a thorn in J. Robin's side as long as he's facing Fulton King. I think anybody who's going up against Fulton King will essentially be 2-on-1 against Sammy Sparks. But then again, if Fulton's going to have the backup, why should he not be there? He's allowed to be at ringside to support his tag team partner. I've done it in the past. I've done it to help the boys out. Sometimes you just need a bit of moral support here.
I don't know, I feel like with, correct me if I'm wrong, with kind of the last battle between the two of them, when that's immediately jumping in there.
Jay Robin out for blood.
Absolutely, just immediately starting this match off. I'm sorry, I'm like at loss for words. The absolute ferocity behind J. Robin. Where was it? Sean Moran just consistently pushing him back.
Then again, like, if he doesn't like close fists, then again, sometimes, especially early on, being too rampant in a match, especially tight situations against the ropes and in the corners, that could cause for a disqualification. Jay needs to make sure to keep his emotions in check here.
Absolutely. I mean, for, I guess, in a way, both wrestlers sort of, I guess, this is very emotionally fueled match. Again, for them to be rehashing what was already happened just a mere month ago. And so we'll see what happened to Jay-Z.
We've seen this before. Turning flip senton from J. Robin.
Again, just again, neither of these guys are like in the slightest, so
absolutely not. And then Fulton King going to take his time on the outside, recatch his breath after the initial fiery fury from J. Robin here.
Being said, Jake, watch your back. There's a Sammy Sparks there. Oh, Sammy again.
He's got his foot
on the ankles.
He's on the way.
Oh!
Club to the midsection.
Certainly looked like a bit more than the midsection there. Said, now we're going to see both of these guys battle out outside the ring. A little bit of concern for your front row.
Keep your feet tucked in.
Absolutely. We always say at the start of every show, make sure that your bums are in your seat as soon as the match starts. Ideally for the entire show. Unless Johnny Presence can dance. But again, hands and feet inside your car at all times. And said, Sean Moran now. To try and separate what is going on.
For context, we have no clue what we can see. We're sat backstage with a monitor. We can't see what's going on. I presume we do have a fight around barside, from what I can tell from the noise coming through.
Absolutely. Luckily for yourselves, here on YouTube, you'll be able to see action better than we will. See, the thing with Queen's Hotel is that it's always a sellout show. Therefore, we do not have
enough room to be in-house. Unfortunately, we would have to do this backstage due to the capacity of the venue more than anything else. Yeah, Sean Moran being quite lenient with his count, with the amount of time he's allowing both men to spend outside of the ring, because he knows how much this means to J. Robin, but he knows how ferocious Fulton King will fight to keep this title around his waist. As we can see, crushing the back of his neck into the canvas. Using his 5 count, very smart there from Fulton King. They don't call this man the Juggernaut for nothing.
Absolutely, we'll see if Jay's got any, I suppose, pun tactics of his own. But pun absolutely intended that time. I'm absolutely rolling with that one.
I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. Sends him off. Yeah! Ooh, went for a dropkick, did the big man.
Could you imagine the absolute force? I'd be like getting hit by a truck.
Like more
at the
than
very
a
least,
that's like a tank flying at you full force.
Absolutely.
Through the air. Now plate of chops from J. Robin, potentially looking to fire up a bit more momentum than he did have previously. Started coming out the gates hot, but was cut off due to Sammy Sparks' involvement.
It almost makes you wonder if J. Robin is going to have it in him to continue fighting as clean as he usually does to try and restore honor to the DAPW title.
Then again, Fulton King has mentioned if he holds this title, he will take it globally. DPW could be recognised internationally due to the likes of Fulton King, which, as Fulton King pointed out, and I'm not saying this is Tom Atlas, I'm quoting this from Fulton King, J. Robin does not possess that quality, according to Fulton King.
I think maybe that'll be another reason that Jay has to absolutely batter Fulton King as he's doing right now.
Then again, one of the only ways you're going to take out Fulton King is just to keep giving him 11. Oh! Comes back with a massive lariat.
Absolutely crashing down right there.
Full force from the Juggernaut into the cover.
Still not quite there yet. You can't count J. Robin out until he's absolutely used up everything in his arsenal. J. Robin is the kind of wrestler who will keep on fighting throughout whatever is thrown at him. You would have to probably kill this man. I'll actually say that on YouTube. Oh! Massive leg drop there, sending J. Robin's face into the canvas there.
Beautifully executed from Fulton King.
Said that power, that fighting spirit J. Robin has. Again, taking a minute to, I guess, almost listen to whatever Sammy Sparks is saying to him. Just completely brutalizing the chest and shoulders of J. Robin there.
Again, Fulton King is going to take every advantage he can, and you know what, I do not blame him one bit. He's going to use the rules to the best of his ability and bend them as much as he can, because that shows how much he wants to keep this title.
God! Headbutt on there!
You say never headbutt a Samoan, do not headbutt a Juggernaut.
Absolutely, I was going to say. That being said, as previously discussed, J. Robin has a fairly thick skull, so imagine that'll be mutually destructive. Poor little guys. Jay frantically reaching out as Fulton King is pulling at the mouse.
Again,
contort and twist Jay in any way possible.
Shows just how vicious the Juggernaut is as he falls into a very lackadaisical cover.
Said, she's going to actually just choking J. Robin out there.
I'm sure J. Robin likes it. I'm sure J. Robin likes it.
That is none of my business. My business is making sure that, oh my god. Sammy Sparks just breaking at the eyes of J. Robin.
I like that from Sammy Sparks. He can pick and choose his moment to support his friend.
Yeah, but even then, it's like this is exactly what.
Then biting this bare skull of J. Robin, that's going to leave a mark in the morning.
Absolutely. I would say J. Robin wanting to continue wearing that studded baseball cap that he always wears. Try and mitigate the damage seen, at least from that. And it's a kick to the back from Fulton there, just as Jay's trying to get up. At this point, I'm assuming he will just be wanting to try and keep Jay down and keep just pounding and battered away at him. What we're gonna see here. That's a hip attack. Again, absolute beef and density of Fulton King, not just colliding with you. Not like J. Robin. Again, Sammy Sparks!
And again, no, this is smart, whether you like it or not. This is smart, this is strategy. Legends never die, and one of the best up-and-coming tag teams, and reasons like this show it. They are so interlinked, they know when to support each other, whether it's in tag team or competition.
No. Sean, referee Sean, please, don't take anything like that. Fulton King, just shoving him out of the way there. Completely disrespecting the referee. Evidently disrespecting the rules time and time again. And then Sammy Sparks, see, this is an absolute disgrace to Dundee and Angus Pro Wrestling. Do you know, this is making a mockery.
No, absolutely. This is nothing but smart strategy and tactics
absolutely
from a top tag team, in my own personal opinion. And Fulton King, as you can see, very relaxed, very calm. That's the composure of a champion.
No, absolutely not. This is making a joke of the Dundee and Angus Pro Wrestling school.
No, I would not.
How can you say that?
No.
This title holder is supposed to be the pinnacle of Scottish wrestling. It's supposed to be the top of that. And for someone like Fulton King to just be absolutely manipulating everything, using Sammy Sparks. Oh! That being said, Jay managed to dodge out the way there. I mean, said Sammy Sparks is back again, grabbing it. Jay's top, just battering him again. This is absolutely outrageous.
No.
He's been caught.
He's innocent, I swear. He's innocent, I swear.
He's absolutely not. Get him gone.
Oh,
yes,
he did nothing wrong.
Goodness.
He did nothing wrong.
Fair in Fair City Wrestling, after all. Now, that being said,
Sammy Sparks has been disrespected. He's here to support his friend, to support his tag team partner.
This is outrageous.
This is outrageous.
Even J. Robin jumps on time. Oh! Capitalize. That being said, still not quite enough to put Fulton King away. Be a lot more than that to take the Juggernaut down. Jay almost in disbelief that there's only a 2 count there.
Come on, Jay.
See here, just laying it on thick to Fulton King. Almost
seems to have gotten a bit of a wind back in the sails.
Oh no! Immediately winded, and then
hammer fist from Fulton King.
Does this guy ever get tired?
No.
An unstoppable force.
They do not call him the Juggernaut for nothing.
Absolutely not. Oh no, what are we seeing here? Oh!
He's the
guy that's like, should not be up that high. I'm scared.
He has the force of a heavyweight and can move like a junior heavyweight.
See, but J. Robin, oh my
we've
god!
Seen this before. Was going for the powerbomb, didn't quite make it. Hold on!
My goodness!
Fulton King taking a spill over the top rope.
Launched him out the ring. You know what? A smart move on J. Robin's part for just trying to do what he can. If he can't get a powerbomb in, just get him thrown out.
Then again, the only way J. Robin's going to get his title, he believes his title back, is to pin or submit Fulton King. He may have been able to throw him over the top rope and buy himself some time, but he's going to need to capitalise on it. And if he doesn't, this could spell disaster for J. Robin.
I see both guys now back to the feet. And Jay just putting King in the midsection there. Gonna start elbowing him, and Fulton King just taking it. Oh my god.
Oh, DDT onto the apron. Both men had to collapse after that one. A last ditch effort from Jay.
Absolutely, really sort of firing on all cylinders, doing whatever he can to try and secure victory here and win that title back. That being said, since J. Robin is out of the ring, the referee is still counting. Even almost giving Fulton King a little bit of time to recuperate. We're already at 6 and just start to see the hands of J. Robin.
Both men are spent equivalent to a carcass at this rate.
Absolutely.
It shows exactly what the Dundee and Angus Professional Championship means to both men.
Absolutely, it almost seems like Fulton King has grown very fond of this belt over the past month, and hopefully, not really hoping that he retains personally. No, I shouldn't be too biased.
Regardless of what you think about Fulton King and his current capture of the Dundee Nags Professional Wrestling Championship, he is going to fight tooth and nail to keep it.
Absolutely.
Against anyone and everyone. And if he can get past J. Robin, who knows what's in his future, but J. Robin is not relenting.
Absolutely firing up almost. Fulton King across the ring.
Flip clothesline.
Wow.
Didn't get all of it, but enough to stun the big man and take him off his feet. Sling blade!
Go, but that being said, Fulton King not being held down.
Shining Stevie from J. Robin straight to the temple. The side of the knee cracking against the skull.
Oh my god, he's back up already.
What the
all
hell?
Of that offense. Jay's strongest moves.
J-breaker. Followed up by a code breaker.
Alright.
Does J. Robin have enough to get into the pin? He's a bit too slow to the cover. Hold on.
So I think Jay will need to speed up just a bit, but again, for how long the two of these guys have been fighting,
they're spent.
No wonder that they are exhausted.
Absolutely, they're spent, they are knackered. Any synonym you want. These two men are giving their bodies not only for the fans, but to have the right and the honour to hold the Dundee Nags Professional Wrestling Championship.
Oh, and another headbutt!
Oh! Rattled the brain and the skull and the brain.
Oh my god!
Oh god, there goes referee Sean Moran. J. Robin, kick to the gut, the twist of fate. Potentially in the future. Hold on.
Oh. Referee's up, not able to make that.
You can count until the cows come home, but the referee's not there to make
Oh my god, no, Sammy Sparks is back.
Hold on, the referee's down, anything is fair play. Missed with a baseball bat.
Oh no.
And a bat assisted Russian leg sweep. Again, we know J. Robin was out for blood for Fulton King.
Oh, cracking that bat on. Oh, God.
But for the thorn in the side of J. Robin that he has been, this is surely a measure of revenge for Jay. Battering Sammy Sparks like he's come straight out of a chip shop. Again, Fulton King and J. Robin wielding a baseball bat left alone in the ring. Sean Moran is nowhere to be seen.
Starting to stir there. Fulton King pleading with J. Robin now that he's got a weapon.
Oh! I felt that from here. Oh god.
Oh my god.
The referee saw it. J. Robin's been disqualified.
Oh my god. I guess this is what happens when your emotions do get the better of you. No matter how accomplished you are.
We alluded to it earlier.
And still the DAPW Champion, Fulton King!
Immediately J. Robin.
Whoa, we mentioned it earlier. J. Robin not being able to keep his emotions in check as he shoves off Sean Moran.
Absolutely no one is getting in between the two of them.
Hold on, this is going to need to be pulled apart here. Moran requesting people from backstage. J. Robin has lost it.
Absolutely, we've got Patrick Tursky and Sam McMillan. Everyone's on the roster
trying
this
to
evening.
keep J. Robin under control. I understand the emotion that's going through his head. He wanted to reclaim the championship from Fulton King. You could potentially even say Legends Never Die as a duo, but honestly, where does this leave both men? Fulton King.
I have no idea. That being said,
even with the chaos, we are out of time, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm Kira Steele and I've been joined by Tom Alice. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you all very, very soon. Good night.
Good night.